Good morning, everyone. We're going to start off warming up here, 3632. Three hard 6, primary on top on both dice. Morning, Uncle Hoku. 3632. A little bit of a high bounce back for 2-6. It's a Buckeye buckshot. And we're going to go 6-4-6-2. Five hard 10. Go again, 3-6-3-2. So last one was an explosion seeing pitch towards us, which is safe. 5-6. Chef. 3-5-3-6. Two, 6-8. Two, 4-6. Hard on me, 3-6-9. Two, 3-2-6. 6-4-10. Now I wanted to hook a little bit. It didn't bounce out very hard, so I guess that's fine. 2-6-2-4. 3-6-9 again. Two, 3-2-6. All right, one jumped over. 4-5 hard 9. 4-1-3. And we had a 5-2. That left one did not get all the way down. That was not good mechanics in that throw. 3-6-3-2. 2 hard 4. Dice off axis. That was a 2-2, not a 2-4. 1 dice off axis. 3-6, 3-2. Getting that right one jumped. So let's get started with Crapsee 3-4, that is. 27s, I should have on mechanical deficiencies of the throw. Wow. Make sure everybody says hi in the chat when you guys get in. Be greatly appreciated to see who's all here. And I did get that picture of my son's deer. We'll show that a little bit, probably after the first shooter today. We'll see how that goes. Do 1 or 2 more throws here, or 3 or 4. Getting that right one jumped over. 3-4. Switch over to cousin 2 set once, or cousin 1. 3-2, 3-6. Started off good. 1-4-5. 2-1-2-4. Good morning, Trappy. Good morning, Missy. Morning, Joel. 2-3-5. I think we're going to start off with cousin 1 set today. Let's start with 3-2-3-6. So let's get the show started. Welcome to Level Up with CMJ. Hey, my name is Joe. This is my Craps Master Dice Shooting Journey. Make it yours too. Today is episode 450. I can't believe it's that many. And day number 160 of the Black Belt. Hey, if you're new to the program, this is about my daily practice of shooting the dice at the craps table, as well as playing a blue collar craps style of play. And in the YouTube, we have a slow chat day so far, but we have Uncle Hoko checking number 1, followed by 208 Craps Joel. We got Misi, who I believe is new to the channel, so welcome to CMJ Level Up program. We got Trampy and Rick S. There's 15 people watching. There's 10 people on Crapsee ready to go. If you were going to play along with Crapsee, click on that live tab, and I'll bring you over to the table that we're using today. We're coming in today. Good morning, Brian. We're coming in today after I lost yesterday. And considering that we're going 480 across to start off our bets, we only lost $450 yesterday. So not even a full shooter's worth. Had a pretty decent start to the day, but we kind of ended up a little terrible towards the end there. But anyhow, starting bankroll today is going to be 6308. I'm sorry. Our win goes to be $630, and our stop loss if I was in a real casino bit $945. And we're coming into today's program with 51 wins and 18 losses. So let's get your bets in on Crapsee so we can get going. Coach Joe, good morning. And we think, Coach Joe and I think we figured out the problem with the KPI, my dice results on the bottom. So we'll find out if it does work today. Good morning, Kevin Scott. So I'm not going to do any line bets. We'll call it all bets set. And they saw we're starting off with the cousin one set. The 3236. They saw. And right one did not get all the way down. We have a 257. That is the Bruce. Do not become shark bait. So let's go. That's not the Bruce. That's a come out natural pass line winner. And I was using a 3236. That was a mechanical deficiency. So we're not going to really rate too much into that. And it is working today. Good. Good, good, good. That is good to see. But that's a pass line winner come out natural. So we're going to go again, 3236, and we'll see what happens with this next throw. And if we get a bad number again, we'll switch right over to that cousin two set and go from there. So let's call it all bets set again. And all bets set. If you guys weren't watching a warm up at all, I do have my son's picture of his deer that he shot last week on Friday. Yes, Friday. And I'll show it after we get done with the first shooter here. So looking for a point yet? 3236, dice out. We're throwing high energy here. 437 this time. Wow. Okay. It's what it is. We'll switch right over to other dice set here. So we have a 437. It's a pass line winner. Come out natural again. 3236 dice set, 437 result. Still looking for a point on shooter number one. So we're going to switch over to cousin two right away. 3632 this time. So just reversing those dice around. Obviously, the sevens show up different ways, opposites of what they were throwing there. So we'll call this all bets set here. Looking for a point at 16 people playing along here. We get 18 people watching. Thanks so much. We have a lot of high bounces here today, but we got the 639. That is the soft nine, the easy Frank, easy nine, soft Frank, one of the two, something like that. But we're going to go 3632 for the dice set with a 639 result. So it's marked that point of 9. Soft Frank, easy 9. There we go. So we got 639 marking at point of 9. We're going to go 480 across to start off with. I know I'm supposed to be at level 5 today, but we're going to go to level 6 just for one shooter. See if we can get going on this and make some profit. It seems like whenever I go to this 480 across, I always seem to have a bad day. So let's see if we can switch that around and make it profitable. So we got 75 and a 4, 5, 9 and 10. We got 90 and that's 6 and 8. And our dice test can be a 5, 6, 5, 3. That's a 2V in the bottom. 5, 6, 5, 3. And let's call that all bet set. Dice out. And we got a 3, 5 that would be the grape ape. And that was using the 5, 6, 5, 3 dice set. 3, 5, 8 result. This could be one dice off access. And that's going to allow us to go to 138 on the 6 and 138 on that 8. So let's go to that. That's going to be an increase of a quarter on each and then 3 more units on each. So our new dice set is going to be a 6365. And we'll call it all bet set. Dice out. And we got a 3-2-5. That is the Justice 5, the Justice Gem. So that's going to be hit number 2 for the shooter using a 6-3-6-5 dice set. And a 3-2-5 result. And that's a double pitch of the dice, so we got to be careful with that. Double pitch is not a good thing usually. We're going to go with a 1-3-1-2 dice set next. 1-3-1-2. And we're going to go to 125 on that 5 and 125 on that 9. Increase of $50 on each. And we'll call that all bet set. Looking for a second inside hit here, so we can get out of this shooter. There's out. 1-3-1-2. We got lucky. That left them to knock it all the way down. Shooter get the dice all the way to the end of the wall. But we got the 4-5 hard 9, the Big Daddy Mac. So again, that was using a 1-3-1-2 dice set. So that is good because we got out of the shooter now. And that is a winner 9, by the way. So the puck will be turned off. But before we turn that puck off, I'm going to take my bets down and we're going to go to 256 across on our bets. So that's going to look like 160 across. And then we're going to add in another 96 across to get to that 256. And we're turning the bets off. So it's an up and off situation. So we're looking for a new point here. We're going to go with a 1-4-1-5 dice set. Good morning, Dice Dr. Dan. Again, guys, if you haven't resubscribed to Dice Dr. Dan's YouTube channel, make sure you go over. He had lost all his subscribers for some reason, and he's trying to reassemble them. I know I resubscribed, 2 days ago, and I was like subscriber number 2 or 3 for him. He used to have several hundred, so, but anyway, let's go all bets set here and dice out using a 1-4-1-5 dice set. Cross 6s on the bottom. Ooh, the left one went a little bit high, a little bit higher than the right side, but we have a 3-2-5 again. That is the Justice 5. So let's mark that point of 5 using a 1-4-1-5 dice set. And the puck goes to 5 now. That'll also turn our bets back on. So now we're going to start pressing our bets as we get hits here. Remember, the first hit will be a sister press, and then the second hit, if we get another chance at a number, will be just a trend bet on the number that's hit. 1-3-1-2 is a new dice set. We'll call that our bet set. 22 people watching, 10 likes. Days out. And we got the 3-3, the hard 6, and that would be called the double degen. So again, that was using a 1-3-1-2 dice set. And 3-3 hard 6 result. So we're going to go to $60 on that 6. We'll go to $60 on that 8. That's an increase of 2 units each on each number. With 441 brought back to the rack, we have 280 in the table currently. And we'll go to a 3-6-3-2 dice set. Every time we get a hardway set on top, we always go back to our base set that we're using. So 3-6-3-2 and dice out. And we got a 369. That is the Triple D, the Dice Dr. Dan. How appropriate. He is in the chat right now. So we're going to throw the Dice Dr. Dan logo up there. And again, that was using that 3632 dice set. We have a 369 result. So that's going to be a sister press on this one as well. Now we have all the inside numbers pressed up at least once. We're going to go to $60 on the 9, and we'll go to $60 on that 5 as well. So 497 brought back to the rack. We have 320 on the table. Good morning, Dustin. I've not seen you here for a while, my friend. So let's go with a 2326 dice set. Must have the day off of work today, huh? And let's go all bets set with that. Dice out. And we got a 358. That is the grape ape. And that was using the 2326 dice set. 358 result. Single pitch of the dice. And we're in just primarily the inside numbers here, but that was the 8. We're going to make that 8 look like $90 now. We have 556 or 567 brought back to the rack, 350 on a table. Remember, our goal is to get to 69.38, and we're only about $113 away from that. So if we could hit the 9 or the 8 again, that would be pretty much goal, or pretty close to goal. And you guys, if you get goal, make sure you say it in the chat that you hit goal. We're going to go with a 6365 dice set. And we'll call it all bet set. Dice out. 6 is on the top. A little bit high energy there, but we got a 4-5 hard 9. Big Daddy Mac. And that is using the 6365 dice set with a 4-5 hard 9 result. And again, double pitch of the dice. We got to be careful with that because that is not a good thing with using the 3V dice set, because 2 of those numbers on a double pitch will show up as a bad number. We're going to go 1415 for our dice set. And that last one was a 9, so we're going to pressure that 9 up to $90 as well. And we would be at 60. Oh, we made goal, guys. If I take everything down, we'd be at 69.59, which is going to be $21 over goal. So we're going to take our bets down. We're just going to go $18. Shoot, what should we do? We'll do $18 on that 8. We're just going to play this out here, and hopefully we'll get some money brought back to the rack, and we can start spreading out from here. So we are at goal, everyone. Good morning, Matt Header. And Trampy says we got a shooter. And dice out. Cross 6 is on the bottom. And we got a 415. That is the truck and camper. So that was using the 1415 dice set. We had a 415 result. Let's give you a single pitch of the dice. And that was also a winner 5. So the point or the puck comes off again. So again, I'm not playing any line bets at all. So I'm going to be coming out with no line bet. 2, 4, 2, 1 is our new dice set. 2, 4, 2, 1. He has passed. Oh my God, that's funny. Anyhow, let's go all best set here and dice out. 2-4-2-1, looking for a new point. So far, we've had 2 separate points on this shooter. Ooh, the dice stuck to my fingers when they were released. But we have a 1-5 KitchenAid mixer. So let's mark that point of 6 here. And I was using a 2-4-2-1 dice set. 2V on top with a 1-5-6 result, marking that point of 6. Okay, let's see if we can hit an 8 here. I'm almost tempted to go. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Chris. I'm almost tempted to go with putting 18 on at 6 and pick it up a field bet. But we're not going to do that. I think we're just going to stick with the 8 and see if we can hit that to start spreading out. 3-1-3-5. Again, we didn't make goal already on this first shooter. So this is one where I would did you throw good every other day? Yeah, it almost seems that way, Dan, that I throw good every other day and then every other day I suck. Yesterday I think I sucked a little bit more because I was pretty tired from work, but 3-1-3-5, they sucked. Well, I hung on to that one just a little bit too long, and we got the 5-6, the Yo Chefs. So that is going to be a no help for us at all. So 5-6 Yo Chef. And again, that was using the 3-1-3-5 dice set with a 5-6-7 or not 5-6-7. 5-6 result. Get that damn term out of my mouth. So when I'm done with the shooter, again, I will show you the picture of the deer that my son had harvested last Friday when he was so rudely interrupting us. Just kidding. Today is Mary's birthday. So happy birthday to Mary. She had to work today, so I'm not going to see her till this afternoon. We'll call that all bets set. We have a 3-5-3-6 dice set. Dice set. And we got the 2-1-3. That would be the ace deuce, the Alfredo sauce. And again, I was using a 3-5-3-6 dice set. 3-5-3-6 with a 2-1-3 craps result. So we're starting to venture off to the outside numbers a little bit, which I don't like. And that was a primary hit on the backside on both dice. Okay. We're gonna keep on going with this. I'm tempted to switch over to the cousin 1 set, but we're still getting decent numbers, I guess, on this. So let's stick with the cousin 2 set. 3-2-3-1 is our new dice set. 3V on the top. And I'll bet set. I will tell Mary happy birthday there, Dan. And we got official FG Huncho. Good morning. I believe, have you been here before? I think you're relatively new. Welcome to Level Up with CMJ. 3-2-3-1, dice out. And that's going to be the end of the roll with a 6-1-7. Ouch. So not a bad first roll. We made goal. So 3-2-3-1. And we get a 6-1-7 result. Now, this puts me in a dilemma because in the real casino, I would walk away from the table. I'd go cash in, go to the cage, and I would subscribe yesterday morning. So thank you very much for subscribing and welcome to the channel here. If you have any questions about anything that we're doing here, make sure that you do pop it in the chat. We'll try to do the best that we can to answer those questions. So I'm going to show you guys a picture. And last week, Friday, my son called us 4 times during the live stream. I used my main phone as my main camera here. And he was excited. This is what he harvested that morning. So after the my rollout, which I ended early that day, I gave him a call and I was going to go out and help him, but I didn't get a chance to get out there. But that is exactly what he got. It was 190 pounds field dressed. It's a 10-pointer. And we figured it was probably around 210, 215 pounds before it was field dressed. So anyhow, that was fine Wisconsin deer. In fact, it's one of the bigger deer that I've seen in many, many, many years. So congratulations to Griffin. So let's get back with our table here. I'm going to just do low-level betting here now and just kind of play around. We made goals, so I'm going to consider this a win no matter what we do going forward in that. Yeah, the neck was huge. Rut just started within the last week or two here in Wisconsin. In fact, I'm going to be, thank you, Dice Dr. Dan and Dustin and Bags. I'm going to be sitting in the tree all weekend. So hopefully I will get one to match what he had harvested there. But we're going to go 3-6-3-2. And we're going to call it all bets set here. And dice out. This is going to be shooter number 2 for the day. And we got a 5-4 hard 9, the Big Daddy Max. So let's mark that point of 9. And again, that was using a 3-6-3-2. And I need to work on the energy levels on the dice today. They're getting that back wall pretty hard, and they're coming off pretty hard off the back wall. And I don't like to see that action that we're getting today. I'd like to get them to land right at the back wall and be good at that. Good morning, Waylon. So, Waylon, if you just joined in, let me show you this really quick here. This is the deer that my son harvested last week, Friday. That puts a lot of your southern deer to shame, I would assume, size-wise, 190 pounds. So, anyhow, yeah, God bless America, guys. For those of you who are Trump fans, Trump did win. So the Republicans pretty much ran the gambit last night. What am I doing here? We're going to get a new dice set here, and we're going to go with a 6-5-6-4 dice set. And the reason I brought that back up, Waylon, is I know that you are a hunter, an avid hunter, and fisherman, and golf player. But let's do this one. So let's just stick basic bets. So we'll go 18 on the 6 and 8. We'll go 15 on that field bet, and we'll hop the 5s for $1 a piece. And we'll call that all bet set. We're just going to use the field spread across on that then. It was a decent shot from where he was at, Dan. A little bit far back from what he would have liked to have seen. But he was also sitting about 20 feet up in the air, so he had a pretty steep shot on it. And he said he came in really super fast. He didn't have much time to react. He basically heard it, turned, grabbed his bow, and shot. And we got a 6-5. And that is Chiro coming to us from above. That's the mid-mo yo. 6-5 mid-mo yo. Chiro coming to us from above. And I was using that 6-5-6-4 dice set. 6-5-11 results. 225 pounds behind your house. Wow. Is that one that was in the fence that you were feeding? Because I didn't think they got that big, dumb of you. I thought they were a lot smaller than that. Anything over 160, 170, Wisconsin's considered a decent sized deer. I would say average is about 125 to 135 pounds is average around here. So anything above that is big. We're gonna go with a 4-6-4-5 dice set. And we got an 11 on that last one, so that was a field winner. We're gonna take that $15 we won on that and put that on the 5. And we'll call that all bets set here. Dice out. 4-6-4-5. Ooh, that was a little bit of a rollout. And we got the 4-1-5, which is the truck and camper. So luckily we put that $15 on that 5. And again, that was using the 4-6-4-5 dice set. 4-1-5 result. And it's gonna be a profit of only $6 here. So some places down south do have big bucks. Okay, I always thought that they were like around 60 to 90 pounds down south. I know my brother lived in North Carolina for quite a few years, and he had said that they're smaller there as well. And they use dogs down there when he does his hunting, something that we're not allowed to do up here. He said it was a totally different style of hunting. We got 2-4-2-1 as our new dice set. It's going to be 2V on the top. And that last one was a 5, so we'll back up on that field. We'll call that all bet set. Dice out. I hung on to that one just a touch too long. We got an ace deuce Alfredo sauce. So 1, 2, 3 craps. And that was using a 2-4-2-1 dice set with an ace deuce result. And that was one dice off axis, which is pretty much normal for me. 4-1-4-5. And we're going to put $15 on that 9 because that was a field winner there. So hopefully now we can start hitting these 9s or the numbers that I'm putting on here and double up our wins on this stuff. I'm going to do something a little bit different here. I'm going to press the numbers with the field wins, and I'm just going to collect the box numbers that that are hitting here. So some people in Vegas have big bucks. You mean some people in Vegas used to have big bucks there, Dan? You grew up dog hunting, okay? Up here, they use dogs for birds pretty much, and that's it. Do you have any pegs or boars down by you there, Waylon? 4-1-4-2. 3V in the bottom. So, and we got the 1-3-4, and we all know what that is. That is the Big Joe from Craps Master Journey. So that's gonna be another nice hit for us for that field. 4-1-4-5 is a dice set. And we got a 1-3-4 result. So let's take that $15. We'll put that right up on that 4. And that's just gonna be a place bet for now. We have $49 brought back to the table. We have 96 on the $46 brought back, or $49 brought back to the rack, 96 on the table. What I probably should do is just pull our bets down and just go basic, but we're gonna keep on going here. And we got a 2-1-2-3 dice set. And we'll call that all bets set. Be nice, Dustin. Dogs for coon hunting in Illinois. Yep. They do use dogs for coon hunting up here as well. Not a lot of people go coon hunting, though. 2-1-2-3 dice out. And we got another 134. Big Joe from Craps Master Journey. Again, I was using a 2-1-2-3 dice set, so that's going to be a primary in the front side of the dice. The 1-3-4 result. And this is where it's nice now. This is where we got a double hit now. So we're going to take the $15 from the field and we're going to put that on the 10. And we're going to take the $15 from that 4 and we're going to put that in the rack. So if I was to lose everything, we would be almost that goal again. We're like 17, 20, no, $17 shy of goal. Plus we got $91 on the table. So that's pretty decent setup there. 2-1-2-3 is a dice set again. Deer dogs, coon dogs, rabbit dogs, squirrel dogs, and bird dogs. Your brother has bobcat dogs. Wow. Oh my God. That's awesome. And all that set. I have seen coon dogs before. Yeah. So 2-1-2-3. Dice out. And we got a 4-3-7, and that is going to be an ouch. So 4-3-7, ouch. And again, I was using a 2-1-2-3 dice set with a 4-3-7 result. So we're at 69.21 for our bankroll. So that's still pretty much goal. And I'm going to do this next shooter. I'm not going to bet it out. We're just going to roll it out for you guys and see how we do. Again, we're going to start off with that 3-6-3-2 dice set. And we'll call that our bet set. Dice up. And we got a 3-2-5. That is the Justice 5. So it's marked that point at 5 using a 3-6-3-2 dice set. So it's going to be a single pitch of dice. And our new point is 5 now. Shooter number 3. We'll go to a 1-3-1-2 dice set. 1-3-1-2. 21 people playing along here. We got 24 people watching, 16 likes. Make sure you give that thumbs up here. And we'll call it a bet set. Is out. Cross 6s on the bottom. 1-3-1-2. And we got a 2-6-8. That would be the Grape Ape. And no, it's not a Grape Ape. That's the Duracell Ape. What am I thinking here? Oh my God. I am like completely spacing off. 1-3-1-2 dice set with a 2-6-8 result. And it is the Duracell 8. He says, go out, support free live content. Give that thumbs up where deserved. And I say subscribe if you haven't done so, only if you enjoy the content that you're seeing here. 4-2-4-6 is the new dice set. And let's get all bets in here. We're going to go a little bit faster now that I'm not doing any betting here. So hopefully you guys can keep up. And we'll go dice out. So Alfredo had a good show last night. I always like watching his bonus show. He had Fuzzy and he had Arnell on there. So make sure you go check that out. 6-5 mid-mo yo. That is Chudo coming to us from above. And I was using a 4-2-4-6 dice set. And again, I'm not really liking the action of the dice off the back wall today. There's a lot of action. And that's something that's not normal for me, at least not as of recently. So we really need to start taming that down a little bit. Let's go 4, 6, 4, 5. 3V in the bottom. And we'll call that all bets set as well. Dice out. Excuse me. That left one jumped up and over. We got a 6, 4, 10. And that is going to be Waylon's best friend on that end. Sorry, Glenn. And again, that was using a 4, 6, 4, 5 dice set. With a 6, 4, 10 result. I haven't seen Glenn on the show here for a while, so hopefully everything's all right with him. We're going to go 2, 6, 2, 4. And we'll call that all bet set. Dice out. 2, 6, 2, 4. 2V in top. And we got a 2, 2 hard 4. That's the hard fuzzy 4. 2, 2. Let's go on a Cruise Brian from Holy Roller. It's using a 2, 6, 2, 4 dice set. So it's going to be a primary on top on both dice. And I would do that 4, 10 flip on this shooter, which I would have been able to do on this, but I didn't do any bets, so we are not making any money. Just doing the roll in here. 3, 6, 3, 2 is what we're going to go back to. And let's call this, what's my favorite outside set? Honestly, Waylon, I don't know what my favorite outside set is because I have been primarily doing this advanced rhythm rolling. So I'm switching between 2V, 3V, and across 6 set. And I will say that I have, on average, been pretty consistent on hitting the box numbers, the inside numbers, the 4 through 10. 11s and 3s are a little strong today, and they were strong yesterday using these rolls as well. 2s and 12s I really don't hit a lot of. I guess maybe the 5, 4, 2, 3 I throw some outside numbers with. But I really have not studied that as much yet because I'm primarily just trying to get the inside number box numbers hit here. So let's go all bet set 3, 6, 3, 2. So I know that's a pretty terrible answer. Once I get through this black belt level, we're going to go back to probably entering the stuff into Bone Tracker. So I can start recording some of those sets, I guess, and maybe get some better answers for you. But we have a 1, 5, 6, the KitchenAid mixer, and that was using 3, 6, 3, 2 dice set. And the other reason I don't like answering some of those questions also is because what works for me does not necessarily work for everybody else as far as the dice sets. Good morning, Jeff. I know I had a couple other people that have inquired about which dice sets to use to hit different numbers in the past, and I've always tried to refrain as much as possible from answering that because some of these people that were asking, I know we're going to run with it and use it probably not for the best of reasons. And I'll tell you what, the angel on my shoulder, oops, that gave away who the one person was. The angel on my shoulder told me not to say it. So let's go. All bets set. We got 21 people playing at Crapsee, 26 people watching, 18 likes, 3, 1, 3, 5 for our dice set. Dice out. And we got a 369. That is the triple D, the Dice Dr. Dan. And that was using that 3135 die set. A 369 result. That's 100% right there, Will. What works for you may not work for works for you may not work for me. Correct, 100%. But if you kept in a perfect world, you keep everything on axis. There are certain dice sets that, in theory, should work. 2326 is what we're going to go to. 2V on the top. But again, my average is I normally throw one dice off axis. You look at that last result there, that was one dice off axis, and that is a normal thing for me. Dan saying he needs an outside betting strategy. And we'll all bets set here. 2326. Dice out. 2 in a top. And there we go. We got a 639 this time. And that's going to be the soft frank, the easy 9. And again, that was using up, but I said my camera, darn it. Huh. 2326 die set. And a 639 result. And that was a double implosion of the dice that time. That's not a normal roll. 5, 6, 5, 3. We'll go 2V in the bottom. Not sure if John's doing a show here today. Rod, good morning. You are new to the channel as well. Welcome. So he says another question: is shooting from the end of the table really that bad? I do pretty good with the dice. The dice are hot. Everybody has a different position from the table that they shoot from. I'm comfortable shooting from stick right 1. For a while, I was training to shoot from stick left 1. For a while, I was shooting stick right 1 as well. That's my preferred spot. Some people do prefer being on the end of the table. Just remember, though, that the further you are away from the end of the table, the harder it is to keep the control and the energy levels sufficient. But if you feel comfortable that's your spot, then by all means, yes, go ahead and do that. So he is having a show this morning, Kate. Jeff, thank you. Also keep in mind, though, that not all tables are the same length. If you're shooting on a 12-foot table, it's a lot easier to shoot from the end than if you're shooting from a 14-foot or 16-foot table. I know when I make the trip down to Chicago on a regular basis or semi-regular basis, they have 14-foot tables down there, and that is a little bit harder to shoot from that distance. At least for me, it is. 6, 5, 6, 5, 3 is our new dice set. Dice out. It's a great question. too much chatter here for Joe. We got a 617, and that's going to be an ouch. So that roll comes to an end. But again, we're just practicing our throws right now. 5, 6, 5, 3. And we get a 617 result. Too much chin and not enough spin here. Come on. Let's get this mouse working. So, okay, that was the end of shooter number 3. We'll go one more shooter at the least. I think I might do some more bets again. We'll go 3, 6, 3, 2. I'm considering it a win today. So if I go down on my bankroll, we're still going to call it a win. So Kevin made gold today, $2,300. Not pushing it. That's awesome. Heading to the cage, he says. That is a smart thing to do, my friend. 3, 6, 3, 2. And let's go with which level should we go? I'll just go down to level 5. We'll do the 320 across once we get a point established here. So all bets set. And dice out 3632. Ooh, that right one took off on us. We have the 5-5 hard 10, the Old Bay bushel. So let's mark that point of 10. And again, that was using a 3632 dice set with a 5-5-10 result. And Craig's not in the chat here, so that's a sad thing that he did not see his dice number rolled. So we're going to go 320 across. And that's going to be 50 on a 4, 5, 9, and 10. We got 60 on that 6 and 8. We'll go again 3, 6, 3, 2 for our dice set. 21 people playing along here. And let's call that all bet set. Dice out. A little bit long on that landing zone, and we got a 1-5 KitchenAid mixer. So that's gonna be hit number 1 for us, and that was using a 3-6-3-2 dice set again. And 5-6 result. And that's gonna allow us to pressure that 6 and 8 up each. We're gonna go to $96 on each of them. That's a drop, drop and a quarter, and then $6 on each one of them. So, and we're gonna go cousin 1 set again. I'm sorry, cousin 2 set. 3, 1, 3, 5. 3, 1, 3, 5. So made 4G on that R10. That's awesome. Wouldn't that be nice if that was real money? 3, 1, 3, 5. They sucked. And we got a 1, 4, 5. That is the truck and camper. And again, I was using it 3, 1, 3, 5. 3, 1, 3, 5 dice set. 1, 4, 5 result. And that's going to allow us to pressure that 5 and 9 up now. And we're going to go to $85 on each of those. You know what? I'm going to do this once. I'm going to play it smart. We have 140 brought back. I'm going to pull my bets down. We're going to go 96 across. So we're just going to start trending up from there. So we are right now above our goal again. Our goal is to get to 69.38. If I lost everything, I'd be at 69.65. So I'm above goal there. If I took everything down, I'd be at 7,061 for the day. So that's a smart thing to do. And I need to play smart here. 5, 1, 5, 4 for our dice set. And we'll call that all bet set. Waylon says it's real money, Joe. Real hard to keep it. Isn't that the truth, my friend? So Hot Rod says great information on my own table. I've been practicing from stick 2, stick 3, stick are right positions. Starting to feel it. So now I have 2 places I can go. Yeah, that's a great way to look at it, our Hot Rod. You know, having multiple positions to shoot from at the table does help you find a position at the table. A lot of times a stick left 1 or 2 or stick right 1 or 2 is taken by people when you get up to the table. So I usually go there and I sit and wait till my position opens up. Or if I'm out of position, I normally don't throw the dice then. 5, 1, 5, 4, dice out. And we got the 5, 6, Yo Chef. So that was using a 5, 1, 5, 4 dice set. And we got a 5, 6 Yo Chef result. And that is a new dice call for me. I've been using just since the Crash for the Cure. And that's after a Sheesh, who is Yo Chef. He was asking for a dice set. And we like the Yo Chef, so we went with that. The 6-5 will always remain the mid-mo Yo. 3-5, 3-6 is our new dice set. And that last one was no help for us, that 11, so we'll call that all bet set. No, I'm not going to repeat yesterday's profit, Jeff. Surprisingly, Jeff, I was going 480 across for a majority of my bets yesterday to start off with. I only ended up losing $450 yesterday on the bankroll. So we're actually down less than one shooter, even though the end of the day turned out pretty bad for shooting. We'll go all bets set here. Dice are crooked a little bit, so let's regrip them. Dice out. Ooh, that was high intensity there. And we got the 2-1-3 ace deuce Alfredo sauce. So that was using a 3-5, 3-6 dice set with a 2-1-3 result. So we use the 2 and 4 for the small. We need the 8, 9, and 12 for the tall. We're going to go 3-2, 3-1 for the dice set. 3-2, 3-1. And that ace deuce was no help for me, so we'll call that all bet set. And Dan goes, he was able to shoot okay from the end at sunset, letting the stickman set the dice for him. You actually had the longest roll of the night that night. Although you did get upset with the stick lady for switching your dice setter once or twice. Oh my God. Sometimes I can't tell if you're joking or if you were serious that night. That was a fun night. They sucked. Well, that left one got stuck, and we got a 3, 6, 4, 10. And that is going to be the Waylon's best friend on it. And sorry, Glenn, using a 3-2, 3-1 dice set. So we got lucky on that one. 3-2, 3-1 dice set, 6, 4, 10 result. Got lucky that was not a different number that showed up on that. So that's going to be a winner 10. We're going to make that 10 and the 4 look like $25. And then we'll go up and off on our bets here while we look for a new point to be established. We're going to go 2, 6, 2, 4 for our dice set. 2, 6, 2, 4. And if you're just joining in, or if you join in after we started the show today, today's episode number 450. So we've been doing 450 episodes of the Level Up program. It just strikes me as amazing that we did so many of them. You figure that averages out about 4 or 5 shows per week. So that's been almost, a year and a half, a year and 3/4 we've been doing this on a consistent basis. So that's just an amazing amount of content that's put out. This is day number 160 of the black belt. 2, 6, 2, 4, dice out. Ooh, that left one took off on us, but we got a 6, 3, 9. That's the soft frank, the easy 9. So let's mark that point of 9. And that was using a 2, 6, 2, 4 dice set. 6, 3, 9 results. So all of our box numbers will be turned back on. They were screwing with you. See, screwed back, says Dan. It was a good night. It really was. But I think you kind of brought some of that on yourself that night, screwing with them. 5, 6, 5, 3 is our new dice set. And we'll call that all bets set here. 20 people still playing along with Crapsee. You get 20 people still watching. 18 likes. Let's see if we get a couple more people to give that thumbs up, if you would, please. Pretty please. Days out. We hit the hook on that one. We got lucky again. We got another 6-5 mid-mo yo using that 5-6-5-3 dice set. Yeah, we got lucky on that to hit that hook, and it bounced out with both of the dice. So let's see if we can focus on hitting the landing zone like I want to. So we got a 4-6-4-5 dice set coming up. 4-6-4-5. That yo was no help for us, so we'll call that all bet set. And dice out. 2V at the bottom. And the left one stuck, did not get all the way down. And we got a 4-4 hard 8, the square pair. And again, that was using a 4-6-4-5, so it's a primary on top. Luckily on top. Again, that left dice did not get all the way down. So again, that's not a result I want to repeat on a normal basis. But all we need is a midnight for the tall. And we're going to drop in $3. We'll bring both the 6 and the 8 up to $30. We've got 188 brought back on the shooter. We have got 140 on the table. And again, we made goals, so we're playing with profits right now. We're going to go 3-6-3-2 for the dice set. And we'll call it all bet set. Dice out. Let's regrip them. There we go. The left one went a little bit higher than the right one. And that is going to be the 5-2 Bruce, which is an out. And that'll be the end of the roll for the day here. But let's get our numbers entered in. We'll see where we ended up. Well, the 3-6-3-2 dice set. And a 5-2 Bruce result. So we did make gold today. We ended up with $6,969. So we went $31 over goal. And let's go and look at our statistics for the day here. So this is the KPI results. We had a 16, a 10, and a 9 roller, and then the 7 mixed in there as well. All of them we did make profits off of the rolls. We had an SLR today of 10.5, an SRR of 7.0 with 2 come out 7s. Strong numbers today were the 5 and 9, the sister numbers there, followed up with that 11. Box numbers and inside numbers were expected today. 4s and 10s were low. Come out 7s are expected. Horns are a little bit high. Fields were high today, and hardways were low. Looking at our black belt statistics through the end of yesterday, we had 7,292 throws with an SOR of 9.76 and SRR of 6.60, and our BSR is coming in at 6.76. And if you look at the bottom right side of the screen there, that is the goals, and we're slowly inching towards them. Hopefully we'll be able to get that by the time we get done with the black belt level. So looking at the chat here, Joel says he's up $842. To the cage he goes. You are very welcome there. Waylon made go as well. Wattage, good morning. Did not make go, but he still made a profit. He just can't get past that conservative thing. Yeah, I hear you. Thank you very much, dear Coffee Land. But hey, guys, thanks for joining in here today. I will hopefully see you back tomorrow. My name is Joe. This is my Craps Master dice shooting journey. Let's make it yours too. Everybody have a great day. Be safe and be prosperous.